It's been over a decade since GTA 5 first launched. But what if I told you I'm playing it today? Not on a high-end PC, not on a PS5, but on the original Xbox 360 in 2025. Can it still handle one of the most legendary games ever made? Or has time completely crushed this old legend? Well, I didn't expect what I saw, and honestly, the results shocked me more than I thought they would. Let's see if this old legend still has some life left in 2025.
Alright, everybody pays attention, no one gets hurt!
The game kicks off with the iconic prologue, and right from the start, it feels intense and cinematic. Rockstar really nailed the atmosphere here. Now, when it comes to frame rate, yes, we know the Xbox 360 version was supposed to be locked at 30 FPS, but in reality, it dips slightly. From what I've observed, it usually runs around 26 to 28 FPS. Not ideal, but honestly, for a console released back in 2005, it's still impressive how well it handles this game. And speaking of action, this first gunfight, it's absolutely next level. Alright, let's wrap up the prologue and move on to what comes next. Alright, we've now stepped into the first mission, and I'm finally in control of Franklin. Right away, you'll notice a bit of pixelation in the distance. It's there, especially if you're used to modern consoles. But honestly, for the Xbox 360, it's not a deal breaker. Let's be real. This isn't a PS5 or an Xbox Series X. There are limitations. But even with that, the game still looks surprisingly well. It holds up way better than you'd expect on hardware this old. Anyway, let's finish this mission up quickly because once we hit free roam, we're really going to see how far this console can be pushed.
You got rid of that old yee ass haircut you get some bitches on your dick. Oh, better yet, maybe Tanisha will call your dog ass if she ever stop fucking with that brain surgeon, the lawyer she fucking with.
Now, after just a few minutes of playing, one thing becomes clear. The visuals feel massive. Sure, the edges look a little jagged here and there. That's mostly because there was no proper anti-aliasing tech on the Xbox 360 at the time. But honestly, once you look past that, this game still holds up incredibly well. And what's even more impressive when you're actually playing, you completely forget this is running on a console from way back in 2005. It just pulls you in, and that's the magic of GTA 5. Next up, I wanted to see just how bad the frame rate drops during chaos. So I caused some explosions. And yeah, it dipped. We're talking around 16 to 17 frames per second in those intense moments. Now, it's not game-breaking, but it's definitely something worth noting.
Really fucked up to do stuff like that.
And what just happened? That car exploded out of nowhere, no idea what caused it. Then, I wanted to test the character switch speed, so I swapped over to Michael. And on the Xbox 360, it took about 22 seconds. Alright, now let's try the same thing on PC. And yeah, no surprise here. The Switch is way faster. The PC clearly has the upper hand when it comes to raw speed. And let's not forget, we're not running GTA 5 on 8 or 16 gigs of RAM here. This is just 512 megabytes.
What?
That's right, half a gig. It's kind of mind-blowing when you really think about it. For comparison, the PS5 has 16 gigabytes of RAM. That's literally 32 times more than the Xbox 360. It really makes you wonder, how is this game even running on such limited hardware? And just for reference, on PC you'd need at least 4 gigs of RAM just to launch the game on minimum settings. So yeah, seeing this level of open world game on a console with so little memory is honestly impressive. Now, I don't know about everyone else, But when GTA 5 first came out and I played it for the very first time, man, it was gorgeous. Sure, now it might seem a bit pixelated or rough around the edges to most people, but for me it still feels next level. I had just finished playing GTA San Andreas and then jumped straight into this. So yeah, the leap felt massive. The warm tone and atmosphere of the original version hits different. There's this almost nostalgic golden vibe that got toned down in the newer versions of the game. But of course, the Xbox 360 version isn't perfect. There's no first-person mode, which completely changes the way you experience the game. Then there's the long loading times, especially when switching characters or starting the game. And you can't forget about the lower texture quality and the occasional FPS drops, especially during heavy action. But even with all that, I still managed to deliver an unforgettable experience. A huge thanks to my friend for lending me the Xbox 360. Without them, this video wouldn't have been possible. One thing that really stood out to me was how bright and vibrant the map looks on the Xbox 360. It's got this white, clean style that honestly feels more alive than the PC version, which goes for a darker, blacked out look. I hadn't seen that classic mini-map style in over a decade, and the moment it popped up, I was hit with nostalgia. It might be simple by today's standards, but it carries that original GTA 5 feel that newer versions just don't capture the same way. So after spending time on the Xbox 360 version, I decided to jump into the current gen release to really see how far GTA 5 has come since 2013. So enjoy the comparison. I'll see you in a bit. And now comes the big question. Is it still worth playing GTA 5 on the Xbox 360 in 2025? Honestly, yeah, it actually is, but it really depends on what you're expecting. The Xbox 360 itself costs around $70 to $80 these days, and for that price, you're getting a full working system that can still run a massive open-world game like GTA 5. Sure, it's not perfect. The FPS can dip, there's no first-person mode, and some features are clearly missing. But compare that to spending the same amount on an old PC, you'd be lucky to get 20 to 25 FPS, and you'd probably deal with way more stutters and lag. So in that sense, the 360 actually holds up surprisingly well. So when you really think about it, for just $70, you're getting a stable, plug-and-play way to experience GTA 5. And considering how well it still holds up, like it's a pretty solid option, even today. I honestly really enjoyed playing this version of GTA 5 today. Let me know down in the comments what you think about GTA 5 on the Xbox 360. So if you've made it this far into the video, chances are you enjoyed it. So hit that subscribe button, it really helps the channel grow. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.